Hey everyone, we are back. Week 5 power rankings. Man, a lot's going on. We had some great games. We had a ton of overtime games. I can't remember any week having this much overtime. No ties, but we had some games come really close, like a minute 50 left before, oh hey, they got a field goal to win the game. So yeah, we came close here and there. No noted injury. Seahawks defensive player. The Chiefs were trying to get him in a trade. So were, I think, the Cowboys were mentioned. But the Chiefs were the leading candidate. And now, no trade. When he comes back from injury, he'll be 30 years old next season. This was like his free agency. This is his last year with the Seahawks. So yeah, he probably just lost himself $5, $10, $15 million, if not more. He probably lost $20 to $25 million, depending on the length of the contract. God. NFL is a rough sport, I get it, and man, you hate to see these things. So hopefully he recovers well. Maybe a team gives him a 1-year prove-it deal, and he fucking proves it. That'd be great for him. Hopefully the Vikings pick him up. If he's going to go out there and prove it. Hopefully the Packers sign him. If he goes out there and can't be as good as he used to be. But again, hopefully he goes out there when he comes back and proves that he deserves a big contract. Anyways, on to the power rankings. Numero uno. Number 2 last week. Move up to number 1, the Rams. The Greatest Show on Turf has a sequel. 456 passing yards. That is the most passing yards put up on a Thursday night game. Wow, difference 2 years makes. 3 years ago, yay, we're 2-14. New coach, yay, we're going to the playoffs again. The Vikings defense, I don't know what. They had a linebacker trying to guard wide receivers. Who the thought that was a good idea? No, you're not going to have a 6'3" linebacker who is 50 pounds more than a wide receiver trying to keep up with him. That's not going to happen. Bad defensive calls by the Vikings. The one time where the refs went out there, grabbed Adam Thielen, dragged him out the field, kicking and screaming for no reason. Oh, we think he has a concussion. Did he show signs of concussion? No. Was he slow getting up? No. Then why did you pull him off the field? Because we need the LA Rams to do well. They're the only team in LA doing well. They do well enough. They'll sell enough tickets. We'll make more money. We need at least one LA team to do well so we make money off the LA market. That's what I thought. Alright, that's a huge conspiracy theory by me. But just weird they happen to drag a completely healthy player off the field. Go, and play's over. Okay, you can go back out. Oh, that was 3rd down, so now it's 4th down. They're not going to go for it? Oh, alright, our bad. Right. Yeah, nothing suspicious about that. But, falling to number 2, still at 4-0, but they fell to number 2 because they struggled to beat the Broncos. Broncos don't have the best record. They have a mediocre record. They're what, 2-2, I think? Wait, let me look it up real quick. Yeah, they're 2-2. Nice, not the worst record, not the best record. But the defense did amazing. They contained the Chiefs' offense that's just been putting up yards and touchdowns whenever they felt like it. Unfortunately, the offense couldn't help them out. If you take a team that normally scores 40-plus points a game and you contain them to 20-plus points, that's great. But if your offense does not score them, it doesn't matter. This reminds me of, what was it? Tony Romo versus Peyton Manning. Tony Romo, 7 touchdowns. Count it, 7 touchdowns. Unfortunately, his defense also allowed 7 touchdowns plus a field goal. So in the end, they lost. But this is the exact opposite. This is your defense stopping a team from scoring 7 touchdowns like they normally do. And then your offense letting it down. But that's why they're trying to get Earl Thomas. That's his name from the Seahawks. That's why they're trying to get that Seahawks player trying to help out their defense because they need help on defense. You let Case Keenum and the Broncos score 20-plus points on you. Like, man. It's weird how last year Case Keenum gets the Vikings to the NFC Championship game. This year he can't. I understand the Broncos don't have as good of a talent around him as he did with the Vikings, but he should not be struggling like that. He is a professional quarterback. He's not a backup. He's not a third stringer. He's not on the practice squad. He is a professional. He was able to just one play away. Just one play. Like, if one play goes here or one play goes there, Broncos could have beaten the Chiefs. That Broncos defense is something to be proud of for that team, but they need to work on that offense. Free agency, maybe there's a free agent out there looking to be picked up or trading. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Next, number 3, at 3-1, the Ravens. Stomp one team, get something next week, beat up their opponent next week, and then beat the Steelers. The Steelers aren't that good. The Steelers are still good. They're just not great like they're supposed to be. You still have Big Ben. You still have Antonio Brown. You still have Juju Smith-Schuster. And James Conner may not be Le'Veon Bell, but he's putting up some numbers. Usually. The Ravens defense had one bad game. One bad game. Since then, they got their asses kicked. All right, guys, shape up. And they've been the Ravens defense. That's why a lot of people picked them, top 3 defense for the fantasy football and all that. Because they're supposed to be that damn good. And so, except for one little slip-up, which obviously they won't lost that game, they've won. They've contained some explosive offenses like the Steelers. All right, yes, the Steelers have had a slow start tying with the Browns. Then again, they lost to the Steelers, but they lost to the Chiefs. Not that big a deal. Not their fault. The Chiefs has been explosive. So, man. Getting poor Steelers, poor Big Ben, poor Antonio Brown, poor Juju Smith-Schuster. And Le'Veon Bell, you got franchise tagged. But if he doesn't play a single game this year, they can franchise tag his asses again. He might be shooting himself in the foot. I just cannot imagine Le'Veon Bell being that big a deal for the team. And yet, Steelers are 1-2-1 and the Ravens are 3-1. Another team at 3-1. Huge surprise. The Bears. At 3-1 is because they have a well-rounded team. Short of injury, can and very well will win the North. Imagine saying that during the preseason. Khalil Mack, after week 1, he had more touchdowns than Derek Carr. He had more touchdowns than a lot of offensive players did. And he's a defensive player. He gets that pass rush the entire game. Well, first, Ryan Fitzpatrick got out there and got harassed by him. He was, all right, we're going to bench him, put Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston has better legs. He'll be able to run away from Khalil Mack better. And interception. Very first drive. Interception. Well, I can't go back there and wait for that guy to be open because here comes Khalil Mack, ready to pound me into the ground. That's not just the defense, though. It's Mitch Trubisky, his wide receivers, his running. Like, this is a well-rounded team. Definitely is, again, everything is short of injury. Definitely make it to the playoffs. I think they get a bye week, or at least, all right, they will not be a wild card. If they, as short of injury, they will not be a wild card. They might be 3rd or 4th in the seeding, but they will not be 5th or 6th. Which, again, beginning of the season, who the hell saw that coming? And I still love that from John Gruden. It's hard to find a pass rusher. You had a pass rusher. You just refused to give him the money that he wanted. Bears gave him the money he wanted. And the Bears are now 3-1 and lead the North. Oh, hey, another 3-1 team. The Saints. And this time, they won not relying on Drew Brees' run game. He didn't do much in the passing, but that's because Alvin Kamara did all the work. Alvin Kamara went out there and was like, let's put on a Hall of Fame performance. And he did. Saints dominated their opponent. Eli Manning's not as good as he used to be, but he has Odell Beckham Jr. He has Saquon Barkley. Like, he has the tools on offense that they can make up for him. Kind of like Matthew Stafford when he had Megatron. Like, yeah, Matthew Stafford may not be the best quarterback, but he throws the ball to Megatron. Guess what? Megatron's coming down with it. He's double covered. Doesn't matter. Megatron's coming down with it. Eli Manning has those kind of players around him. Still can't win. Of course, it's kind of hard to win when you're playing against Saints that are on fire. Saints had a slow start, barely beating the Browns, losing, but like with the Patriots, they bounced back. Oh, hey, speaking of Patriots, guess who's next? There's the Pats we know. They started off 2-2 last year and finished one drive short of winning the Super Bowl. Guess where they're at now? That's right. Dos and dos. Yeah, Spanish. Fancy. The Patriots went out and beat the 3-0 Dolphins. Dolphins had beaten the Jets, the Raiders, the Titans. Alright, well the Titans are 3-1, so that's a pretty damn good team that they have a win over. If they get to the playoff seeding and all that, oh hey, that win makes you 5th instead of 6th. Unless, of course, the Titans win their division, then the Titans would be, 3rd or 4th, whatever. But with the Jags there, oh, speaking of Jags and Titans, gotta have them tied. They're both 3-1, and while the Jags have the better defense, the Titans have the better, when he's not hurt, quarterback. Also, the Titans have a win over the Jags already. Honestly, they could always split it, win one, lose the other. But if they win again, and again, when the seeding comes, like, oh, they're both 11-5, Titans have 2 wins over you. Sorry, Titans get the tiebreaker. They're going to be 3rd. You're going to be 5th. God, man, I did not expect this from the Titans. Like, yeah, I always hope that Marcus Mariota come out and be healthy. Marcus Mariota go out and play well. But he wasn't healthy. They had, Blaine Gabbert out there. Then Blaine Gabbert got hurt. It's like, oh, shit. And you can see that first game when he came back, he was not throwing the ball as well. He was not throwing it as hard. He was not throwing it as fast. Like, you could see that he was still hurt. Not hurt enough to not play, but he wasn't 100%. So, if he keeps coming back, he stays healthy, he stays 100%, Titans can give the Jags a run for the money in the AFC South. Unlike the Texans or the Colts. Andrew Luck finally comes back and his defense is garbage. T.Y. Hilton is good, and he has T.Y. Hilton, Eric Ebron, T.Y. Hilton, can't forget him, T.Y. Hilton, and every now and then he'll throw the ball to Eric Ebron, and T.Y. Hilton. Yeah, the rest of the team is garbage. Great quarterback, garbage team. Huh, why does that sound familiar? Looking at you, Phillip Rivers. Wait a minute, no, Phillip Rivers had amazing running backs, he had amazing wide receivers. He's had Hall of Fame players on his teams before. What's his excuse? Alright, shitty coaching and defense. But, to a team that's 3-1 and not tied with another, the Bungles. I was thinking about moving them a little higher, but they have no real blowouts like some of the other teams have. They still have, Joe Mixon out with injury, who's one of their top players. And while the other wide receivers are starting to step up, like Mohamed Sanu and Marvin Jones used to do, they're still not there yet. It's going to be a race between the Bungles and the Ravens. I still see the Ravens winning the AFC North, but the Bungles get Joe Mixon back from injury. I think they said week 8, week 9. Well, great. That gets you down to the home front, the home stretch, whatever. They could pull off a win here, surprise win there. Hey, we got one game better record than the Ravens. We're number 3. We get to host a playoff game. And then lose. Because that's what they do. Now, for 2 teams that are on bye week, Panthers and the Redskins. I don't want to move them up. I don't want to move them down because they're on bye week. They're 2-1. That team's 3-1. Sorry, that team that's 3-1 obviously is going to be higher than them. But, again, that's not their fault. So that's alright, they're on bye week. We're going to keep them on the list because they deserve to be on the list. But they're going to be at the bottom because it's a bye week. Now, when they go out and they win or they lose, also they move up or down. While the other bye weeks probably drop because they're on bye weeks, so you can't really judge them. The Redskins with Alex Smith, Adrian Peterson, they've been pretty damn good. If the rest of the team on offense and defense comes together, they have the shot of winning the NFC East. When's the last time that happened? I can't tell you because I forgot to look it up before I did this. But yeah, the Redskins can win the NFC East. The Panthers can still come back and win the NFC South. Yeah, they're going to have to contend with the Saints, but they can still do it. They still have a well-rounded team on offense, so-so defense. Cam Newton can pull out a play here or there. They can get that one extra win that gets them over the Saints. Will they? Won't they? We'll have to wait and see. Now, teams that might bounce back. Vikings and the Packers. Both have teams that can win any game. The Vikings were one drive away from beating the Rams. They got spanked by the Bills for the Bills only win the season for whatever that was all about. Although, you know what that was about? Defense. Everson Griffin has his mental health issues. Hopefully he gets the treatment, he gets the help he needs, talks to the right specialists, and he can come back healthy and better than ever. If he doesn't come back, I still want him to get the best help he can get. I still want him to go see the people he needs, get the treatment he needs. Mental health, physical health is more important than football, guys. So, I know some people have been dogging on him. Oh, dude, just get over it. Are you going to go up to a kid with cancer and say, hey, kid with cancer, just get over it? No. No, you're not. Because you don't say that shit to people who are sick. Mental illness is just as real as physical illness. That's why it's called an illness. So hopefully he gets better. When he does, we'll be able to get that rush going on, put pressure on the quarterback, make the quarterback maybe take one fewer step than he's comfortable with, or take one less second of looking over the coverage, throwing the ball. Oh no, that guy's not open anymore. Oops, intercepted. Packers? Alright, I don't like the Packers obviously because I'm a Vikings fan, but they've had top 5 quarterbacks over the past 20 years, and they have 2 Super Bowls to show for it. They had Brett Favre, 1, 2, 3, Favre, and then Aaron Rodgers, and they have 2 Super Bowls to show for it. Part of that's the run game, still garbage. Part of that's the defense. Some years it's good, some years it's bad, some years it's so-so. Right now they got a so-so year going on. So yeah, they're the Packers. They can still come back. With the way the Bears are playing, short of injury, I don't see them or the Vikings winning the North at this rate. Something drastic is going to have to happen on either team for them to come back and win the North. But they can still get a wild card push. They can still get a wild card spot. No, go to wherever for the first week of playoffs. They can still do that. Another team that can still do that? The Eagles. Carson Wentz comes back from injury and meh. Barely beat the Colts and then lose to the Titans. Titans are 3-1 now. Titans have beaten some good teams. They've beaten the Jags. They've beaten the Eagles. You know, the Eagles just brush us off and come back the next week and dominate. Maybe, maybe not. But they're definitely a team that can bounce back from a slow start. They've done it before. They can do it again. Now, a team that very bottom of the bounce back, the Broncos. Why do I say this? Defense. The defense held the Chiefs' explosive offense in check. Now they just need to work on that offense. I already covered them when I was talking about the Chiefs game, so not much more to say. But defense stays strong. They work on that offense. They can definitely bounce back and get a wild card spot. Now, time for the RIP Press F and chat. Bills and the Cards. Sorry guys, but going 1-15 or 2-14 might be the best you do this year. Now yes, any given Sunday, as we've seen Vikings losing to the Bills. So any given Sunday, or they pick up a free agent that got overlooked, undrafted player, get a trade, something like that. That could help them out to get to 3-13, maybe 4-12, but with the way the teams are now, as they're playing, 2-14 might be the best they can hope for. And hey, you get the best pick. Either A, use that pick on a rookie, or trade it for a veteran that knows how to play, and knows how to play. Like, the Patriots did it with the Saints. Like, yeah, we got a first-round draft pick. We could use it on a rookie wide receiver who has to learn the system, learn the playbook, learn how to play at an NFL level. No, next year, maybe 2 years from now, he'll be ready. Or trade him for Brandon Cooks. Hey, we got a wide receiver who knows how to play, has played at the pro level, knows how to beat the defense at a pro level. And they did it. So, the Cards or the Bills could do that, obviously. But the way that they just bulge to spend a first round or second round draft picks on quarterbacks, I don't think they do it again this year. Well, next year anyways. So, wide receiver help? Running back help? No, the Cardinals don't need running back. They got David Johnson. O-line help? You trade your first round draft pick for an offensive lineman that you know is good? Might be better pick for you than picking a rookie that's never played before in the pros. So yeah, sorry guys, but rip. Anyways, what do you guys think? Should some of these teams be higher, lower? Am I keeping a team off the list that you think should be on there? Let me know in the comments down below. Because as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.